And there she is. Let's see what we got here. It's an 01 RXDI. Pretty good shape. Looks like they've had somebody mechanicking on it. Yeah. Ratchet strapped down nice and tight. And that was smart. Permanently, I guess maybe you could heat that out. Other than that, it looks like it's in pretty good shape. Doesn't run, typical. I don't know if there's anything obvious. Bugs. Ants. We do have a tether. Any surprises in here? Is that oil? Looks like a lot of oil. So I wonder if there's a hole in the engine block. I guess we'll see. And seat coming off. Is there an engine? I want to put this on that lift or I'm going to bash my legs 100 times on that and the fender. The oil spill looks to me like it was coming off the side of the tank and running down. So maybe not. Oil up here. Everything seems to be complete. It does roll over. So I think we got to put a battery in and test the compression. I don't know why there's so much oil everywhere though. That kind of makes me wonder if there is a hole in the block. Like there's a lot down there. That's a telltale sign. Let's see. Okay, we got a battery installed. I'm just going to pull the plug, shoot a little bit of oil in there. Oh, loose. Loose. We've had mechanics. I know they're hiding something. I just got to find out what it is. Oily. That's not bad. Let's see if she cranks over. That's a good sign. See if we got any compression. I know there's something hidden somewhere. That's not going to sit very nice. Okay, drown mode, hold the throttle wide open, crank. Okay, so we got 0 on that side, that's good. 0's good. Hole in the piston maybe? I've never seen 0 before. Let's check out this side. And that one's, yeah. So that one's scored, and I'll bet you that one's got a hole in it. What did they do? See if we see anything. More light. I need one of those Vivor lights, cameras. I don't see anything. That sucks. We're pulling the head off. I think the best thing, course of action, is to pull off the rail, pull the head off, have a look inside, see what's going on. This thing is in great shape. I don't think it's got very many hours on it at all. And don't get stuck. I'm gonna pop that in there because I can see dropping a washer in there. This is in super nice shape. Too bad you can never get a straight answer. It was like, oh yeah, you know, just went to start it and it didn't start. Yeah, I believe you. But I bought it so cheap that it didn't matter. I pretty much suspected that it was a non-runner. Okay, we gotta pull the fuel lines off. Fuel there, this is air. That always gets dropped in the bilge. Okay, and we got one here. That one's gonna leak fuel everywhere, so I'm gonna cut the zip tie so we can bring the line up high. If I can get in here. That's another one. And the fuel line. Let's tuck it up here. And it wants to fight you every time and spray all over you. What's the best course of action here? Everything's like new. And that goes to the muffler, air muffler at the back, and the return. And more fuel. Fuel leaking back into the tank, good. Okay, next we'll unhook the air injectors. This is the older style. These ones are hard to find. I sold a set to help somebody out and then I couldn't find them and had to buy a new head. Okay, NOx sensor, that's 13 mil. That's gotta come off. And we start pulling the head here. Oh, that was loose. These aren't torqued. Oh yeah, right. Running when parked. Oh, look, there's no torque on them. Yeah. No torque. Now we'll get crud inside there. Okay, so maybe people do lie when you buy stuff online. Just guessing. Got this guy, there's two more right there. Will that reach? Nope. We get an extension. Coming up on the big reveal here. I wonder if there's even a gasket. Oh yeah, I can see it there. I'm sure we're gonna see why they're, I've never seen them at 0. That's why I thought that's weird. Maybe it had a seized engine and they tried to break it free. I don't know. Okay, here we go. What do we see? Make sure I got all the bolts before I... Okay, I think we got them. Dowel pin right there. Come on. Water line's going to be hooked up to that. Oh, I want to see what's in there. Head looks good. Let's get this water line off. Pretty cruddy looking top gasket though. All right, we've got the cylinder head off. Let's have a quick peek. Oh, that's a hole. Other than that, they don't look too bad. Why is this one low? Wonder if the rings are stuck or... Little something going on there. The only thing I know to do now at this point is pull the cylinders out, but to do that, we got to pull the exhaust. The whole shenanigans has to come out. Because obviously, it's just so much easier to work on these things when you pull the engine out. So let's yank it out of there. So moving forward, pulled a couple of pipes off, just put a little label on them for easy reassembly. Another water line here, one there. So I say we, try and undo the exhaust, upper part, nut here. Do not lose that nut. Impossible to find. Okay, clamp is off. 17 mil here. Gotta love ratcheting wrenches. $17 mil there, 13 mil out here holding the throttle body. It's a short bolt, very short. Okay, now we got to get these off and the nut at the bottom. Get in there. Oh yeah, those are on there. Really? I don't like the feel of that. Cross-threaded or Loctite, red Loctite. Wow. There's one. Yeah, not sure what was on there. Not red. Oh, jeez. Am I gonna have to heat these? I got a feeling. Oh. Really? Nothing like torching in an engine bay. Really? That's not going to be fun. Oh my God. What is holding that on? These are the two easy ones. This is terrible. The wrench won't drop in good. Great. Gonna be a fight to the end. Got the nut all chowdered up too. Jeez, that is crazy. Will this even budget? Did. And I run out of room. Gonna run out of room. And then you get the ratchet stuck between the Seadoo. No good. Did I chowder it? I don't know what's on there. It looks like a yellow Loctite. That could be the original factory. I'm gonna replace that though. Actually, it does fit good, but here we go with the worst location now. Oh, why? It is Loctite. Let me wrestle that thing out of there. What the heck? That should hold. Really? That is unbelievable. That's the worst I've ever had to do. Yellow. Whatever yellow is ridiculous. Okay. And then the nut at the bottom. Kind of like to drop that wrench in the bilge so it falls under the engine. Not really. I wonder if I can pull the throttle body off. No, I gotta loosen all the clamps. At least that turns. A gentle pry. Yeah. We gotta separate it down here. Probably sealed from factory. She's on there good. Holy. Just trying to knock loose the clamp. There she goes. Oh boy, there's going to be another bolt down there. The same yellow. I'll bet. Yeah, I can feel it. Can't get in there. Will this work? Need an extension. Which is almost too long. Oh boy, oh boy. You can't torch everything in here. There's gasoline all over the place. Too long. I think we're getting somewhere. I'd like to separate the exhaust, but I don't know if I can do that. She dropped. Okay. And strap. That's loose. I know there's a water line under here too I gotta get. Gotta loosen the nut on the back more. Okay, loosen that nut. Now we need our rubber sledge. Give her a little love tap, see what happens here. Oh, I gotta get that clamp off the bottom. But we're loose. Pipe removed, and off she comes. There's one. We get this out now. And then we got some elbow room. A lot of oil in this thing. When I see that, I always think that there's some, either a oil pipe is off. I don't think that's from that leaky oil tank. Could be wrong. Come on, out of there. Come. Uh-huh. Ah, that's exhausting. Really? Bad joke. Okay. I gotta cut this to disconnect the raves. Stay away from the plastic fitting there. That's done, that's done. There should be a water line down there. Air is off here. Compressor line gone. There's a water line on the air compressor top. Right there. Label that comp. Good. What do we got here? That's the vent off the back of the motor at the top. That's going to be tricky to get off. Might have to lift it up. Oh, we can pull this out. Maybe. I don't know how the heck they get all this stuff in here. Okay. Pull the engine out first, and you got to make sure that's in before you put the engine back in. Guess I'm gonna have to loosen the throttle body. And which nut driver is it? Really, that's where it's, the bolt is just in the worst spot. 7mm clamps, hose clamps, pipe clamps. That holds the throttle body. Then we can turn this sucker. Get that out of there. Flame arrestor, air box, whatever. T-body. And we got a bunch of pipes hooked up to that. We got to disconnect. Throttle, cable. All right. Yeah, let's take apart that throttle body stuff. Let me get you a better setup. And a couple of clamps. Hose clamps. Is that spinning? Yes. Oh, everything is super stuck. Gonna loosen off the oil and throttle cables. Okay, we cannot move. Here we go. Putting this back in is so much easier than getting them out. And there's one. Cable coming out. Hey, free strap. Was for the battery. What else we got here? That one big hose is stuck. That big vent. Okay. That vent comes from the compressor. And one more from the bottom of the throttle body, so I'm going to label that. T-body bot, TB bot. Yeah. That's labeled. And then we got one more cable, which is this the throttle? No, the oil. Oil. Oh, I got no room. Oh, there we go. Get it from here. Will not spin. Looks like it's loaded with Loctite. Which is good. Can I spin it now? We're getting close. Okay. There we go. Man, this is awkward. I'm going to try standing on the other side of the machine. I don't know if that's going to help. It's only that one cable. Come out, please. Please come out. Oh, it doesn't even want to come out of the throttle body. It's now we can get at it. 13 mil on the engine mount. There's one. And another mount on the front. Got a rope on here too. That's on there good. Now we can lift it up a bit, and then we have to block off the oil line, and maybe I'll suck all that oil out of there so I don't have such a huge mess. Block off the oil line. There's a little vent line on the very bottom, and a water line would be back here somewhere. A vent. There's a couple of things on the compressor, so let's just lift it a bit and see what happens. Okay, couple of zip ties. Watching that sketchy knot just untie itself. We'll have to fix that. Oh yeah, so there's a ground here and the battery terminal for the starter. Plus and minus, so we got to get that. All right, we don't have much left hooked up. I just cut the oil line, put a, what do they call them, hemostat? Those things that crimp lines. Should be one vent on the bottom and maybe a water line off the air compressor or a vent, I don't know. All right, what do we got hitting? Starter. Starter on this side. Jugs on that side. I got to put a towel on here. Dropped it down, repositioned the lifting rope. That way we can avoid there. Still snug on the starter. What do we got? One more pipe here. Ah, dang. Let's just cut it. That's done, and that's the vent. I want to label that. And that's the little vent off the compressor. Can I pull it off? Nope. Okay. We're up on the bench. Let's do a quick autopsy. Oh yeah. Tappage. Don't run away. She's at maximum tightness. Where's I? What the heck? Woo! Engine mount. Dowel pins, they stuck? No, one is, one isn't. Oh, both are coming out. Okay, yank the raves. They've been ground on right there. Looks like it. We are going to pull the exhaust. Oh yeah. We're running out of air. Is that all of them? Looks like it. Rubber tap. Feels pretty solid still. Got to be another one somewhere. There's one. Get the boots off for the throttle body. One more there. We can check the reeds. Where'd that bolt go? Oblivion. Pretty cruddy in there. Reeds are good on that side. They look great. Good news. Starter. Found that other bolt. Wonderful. Nice. And we know it works because we cranked it over. Jug's coming off. Okay, this should show us what's going on. Tug-a-lug. Where am I lifting? Okay, you check it out. I'm looking in the cylinders and they don't look bad. Not bad. That's catastrophic. What the hell? That burned a hole. I've never seen that before. Wow. Pretty cool. And what was wrong with this one? Why did this have no compression? Is that because the head was not... Huh? The rings look kind of messed up over here. But the crank is good, that's all I care. Okay, I'll get those pistons off. And then we'll take the mag off, split the case, da-da-da-da-da. Just using this socket. Extension. Ooh, busted ring. Sweet. Come on, baby. Oh. This is gonna have a million needle bearings. See this coming. Oh, right down inside. I hate these needle bearings. There's nothing good here anyway. But we got some carnage. Let me just dump these out. I want to take a look at this. I hate these things. They cause so much damage. Definitely carnage. I don't know what the heck caused that. Let me rip out the other piston. Compressor head. Coming off. Everything looks good in there. I'll take this cover off here. Get in there. Lots of oil in there. That's good. And the small little bolt right there. What do you think? Snap it off. Nope. She's good. Everything looks good there. Drenched in oil. Snip. Those are gone, and now we can take the cover off. I'll buzz all those out right now. Get hard as a rock to get off. I just heat them up. Maybe. Still stuck. They get stuck and then they break these off. Can't believe how it's not loosening up. Oh, there it goes. Yeah. I'll have to heat the bottom one too. Now we can open this up. Is there another pry spot? Right over here. How's it good? What? That's showroom. That is showroom condition. Holy. Good news there. Buzz the bolt off. Washer. Never try and take these bolts out. I tried to do that once and it was just an absolute nightmare. They do not come off. Maybe if you torch them, heat them up, but we're going to put a puller on here. Puller going on. I think my puller's toast because this is perfect condition. This, you will never get a better condition than this, so I don't know why that won't thread on. He's on there. Oh, and I guess it goes reverse thread. 19 mil socket, 21 mil socket. See what's happening? It's, man, this thing sucks. I've had nothing but trouble with this thing from, where'd it come from? Now I'm in trouble. Such a simple thing. These are the guys, Motion Pro. So wherever this came from, I've had tons of trouble. Don't buy it from them. So gave up on the puller for now. We'll deal with that later. I got to order another one. Sick of messing around with that one. Took all the bolts out of the engine case because the compressor runs the full time. There's a million bolts in there. Let's see if we can get this to separate. I can't pull that out now. There is pry points. Hunting. This engine is so tight. All the bolts, there's a bolt. Always check because there's so many bolts. I almost always miss one. Just don't go full give when you're trying to pry it apart. It'll come apart fairly easily. If it doesn't, then there's a bolt somewhere. She's coming. Maybe I need the flat screwdriver for this. There's got to be a pry point over here somewhere. I just don't remember. No, I don't want to pry on the case. Okay. Full of water, but that is a good bottom end. Just needs a bath. Counterbalance looks good. Bendix is nice. Look at, oh, this thing is like brand new. Let me make some room and then we can assess. Crank is perfect. Everything is good all around. All the bearings, no play in the rods. Just beautiful. No resistance. That's mint. Counterbalance, same condition. Top case, just needs cleaning. No scores, no nothing. Mint. Bottom end, mint, other than filthy. Piston, toast. Rings busted, done. This is an 87, 88, so it's never been rebuilt. But now I went over and had a look at the cylinder. I'm in here, I'm thinking, yeah, that looks pretty good. We'll just hone that out. Nothing wrong. Down there, the bottom, not good. That's all destroyed. So that sleeve is done. So this will have to be re-sleeved, and I guess then we can just keep it at 87, 88 as long as we can just hone this side out. Everything else, stator, everything mint, pumps, everything, reeds, all good. Top of the head, usually it's all blasted out, you know, when the rings go. All good. Counterbalance, all good. Bearings are perfect. Still got lots of grease, everything in there. Raves, good. I don't know, there seemed to be a little bit of an impact, so that was probably on the same side that had the ring damage. That definitely totaled that. Okay, so that's it. So the 01, when I bought it from the guy, I mean, it was cheap. It was like 1,200 bucks. He did say it wasn't running, so I knew that there was an issue. Did say that, you know, they tried it one time, it worked fine, the next time it didn't. But we know that really wasn't true because, well, he's saying that he didn't know. But obviously the cylinder head had been pulled off. They saw the damage on the piston and probably called it right then and there. That's why I had 0 compression on one side, because the head must have been not torqued down, leaking air, and the other side was like 30. That was the one with the, no, the good one had 30. The bad one had nothing because it was a big giant hole in the piston. Actually, that had 2 holes in it, didn't it? It broke the, had a lot of stuff going on here. Put a hole, chewed it up on the top, melted it out, broke the rings, took a hit right there, jammed the ring right up into the piston. So it was a pretty severe let go. Now, I don't know why that happened. I was looking at the lines, seeing if there was anything, you know, I like to like squeeze the oil lines to see if there was any oil in here, and there clearly was. You can see it, you know. So there's oil in there. I don't know what happened. I'll have to check them all, unless we have an oil pump failure. But didn't seem to be scored. It just, like, the ring let go for some reason, so I'm not really sure, but we'll just have to clean every single thing up. I usually like to see a smoking gun so you can say, oh, okay, this is what happened, and we'll rectify that, but everything is in such good shape, I don't know. Anyway, I think we're gonna take the black cylinder head up there. That one is good, those pistons are good. I'm gonna throw that on this machine, put this thing back together, and put her in the water. The thing is in such really nice shape, like nice shine on it and everything. So we'll clean it all up, see what happens. Oh yeah, and there's the mess that I'm left with. I'm gonna have to wash this all out, pressure wash it, clean it all up. But that's the before shot. Stinks horrible too. I love it. Everything on this, I've never seen where the clip comes with it even. Pretty darn clean machine. All right, well, I got a ton of stuff to clean up, so I'm gonna do that, and then we'll end the video here. Part 2 will be putting this engine back together, throwing it in the machine. Skip over a lot of stuff. There's tons of rebuilds that I've done before. So whatever, we'll just take it as it comes. So anyway, appreciate you watching, and we'll see you in the next video.